I don't think anybody like shows up to cross country practice day number 1 of middle school or high school thinking that like, I can't wait to run 10K. But I think it's like community and something else that kind of leads us down that path.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 D3 Cross Country National Championship. You look at NYU, they currently are ranked number 1 in the country. The Sudden Rise, led by Tyler Deck Shipley, their head coach. But we got to tell you how they got on top of the podium.
Like 1040 for a loop, which
in 2025, NYU women's cross-country team made history, winning NCAA Division III National Championship. But just 5 years ago, the program looked very different. Head coach Tyler Deck Shipley rebuilt it from the ground up.
Like when you first arrived at NYU leading the cross-country program, what did you see in the team and where did you envision it would go? Like, or do you have any vision at all at the time?
Yeah, getting here, like, we were bad, to put it kindly, I think.
When Shipely arrived at NYU 5 years ago, his goal was not to chase titles. It was to build a community.
The number 1 goals that I had coming in were all community-based because we were so bad that it didn't make sense to have performance goals. And if I held people to like a high standard and challenged people to create like an environment that they were really excited to be a part of each day, that we would get some momentum.
Shipley's belief in community started long before NYU.
Like, I didn't love running when I first showed up. The coach that I had that really inspired me was my high school coach. She coached, like, my high school program was really good in Oregon, and Oregon's like kind of a very successful running state. She demonstrated just how important community can be in building something, and like our attachment and wanting to run hard for something. And like from there, like, all of that excitement kind of led me to fall in love with running.
After college, Shipely began building his coaching career, learning from some of the best programs in the country.
I spent just over a year at Oklahoma State University, which historically is like the best cross-country program. They won Division I nationals this past year, and Dave, who's the head coach there, has won, I think, 5 national titles now. And so that was like a really incredible opportunity to learn from kind of like the Coach K for basketball equivalent of cross country, and just seeing like what goes into running one of the best programs of the country every day, like the intentionality, the resources, and like the type of athletes that he was able to bring in, I think was something that was like just kind of blew my mind.
When Shipely arrived at NYU, the program needed more than faster runners. It needed a culture.
The first objective is community goals, right?
Yeah.
When is the first time that you make like the change toward that like performance goal?
Yeah, I think something that's really hard to live by, that I still have to like fight the battle, is to like not be seduced into having those performance goals, because that's something that we're not actually that control of. I can't control like what types of recruits that other people are getting, but like I can consistently control like the environment, who comes to our room, and like the things that we're doing. This can be like a really steady process if we just consistently measure ourselves against all the things that we can control, and like have we done all of the things that we can take care of in terms of sleep and workouts and everything else that goes into it.
Instead of chasing results, he focused on creating an environment where athletes want to show up every day. Slowly, the energy began to change. The team grew closer, athletes trained harder, and gradually, the results started to follow.
And so like I have to be like really honest and set the expectations that like, look, these are the standards, and like these are the things that we're going to hold ourselves to. And like if I'm pissed off after we don't run well based on our performance, or what place we took, that they're going to sense that, because there might be a day that we run really, really well and we end up second or third. And like if I leave really angry about that, then like what kind of example am I holding? And there might be a day that like we don't finish where we want to in the team result, but like we've run unbelievable, and like I have to celebrate that so that they celebrate those same little accomplishments, and that we're doing the very best that we can.
Then came a race that almost ended in the championship.
Is this official? It looks to be. Carleton is your 2023 national champions. 1 through 4 is separated by 7 points. 7 points.
And we believe that this is the closest 1 through 4 spread that has ever occurred at a Division III championship meet. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's going to keep you up at night.
What was it like for you, but also for the people on the team, for the teammates?
It was bittersweet. Like we were up 30 points with a K to go. I mean, it's a 6K race, and like it kind of looked like things were going to come together. Things kind of fell apart in the last K. Another team had like a crazy finish, and they ended up beating us by 3 points. I think when you felt like you were that close to something, that it feels like it's kind of a hard pill to swallow.
Falling just short of the title pushed the team to come back stronger.
Like a turning point is hard to really pinpoint. We often talk about that, like breakthroughs. If you've seen someone break through, or you think that someone just had like a huge breakthrough, it's really because you weren't close enough to the product to see all the small steps that it took to get there. Like the first practices of me being at NYU, like there was no energy in the room, people weren't that excited, and then all of a sudden people were just like excited to be there, and then all of a sudden people started like training really hard over summers, and then the team started to like have each other over for dinner before races, and then they started hanging out all the time together, and then like people started to eat breakfast all the time and spend summers like around training in each other. And so like there was a bunch of very small steps.
In 2025, the team returned to the national stage. This time, they were ready.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Division III Cross Country National Championships here at the Roger Milliken Center in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
6,000 meters is going to decide your 2025 national champion.
NYU has 2 runners in the top 10.
We knew that if we could get the pieces together on November 22nd, that we were going to be really, really hard to beat. And huge credit to the women throughout the year to just like trust in they were doing the right things. Know that it's going to be a really messy process. Come here today with, you know, all their friends and families that they've inspired to be here because they care so deeply about something, and come through in a big way. I'm unbelievably proud of them.